Thanks for joining us. Parents are voicing their concerns to Partyville High School administration after a teacher apparently made a controversial statement in class.
Jamie Perez spoke with the superintendent, who confirms what happened and tells us what's next.
Over the past several weeks here at Partyville High School, a lot of parents have expressed their concerns over something they say a teacher said. Now, in an anonymous letter that we got, that comment was, and I quote, "If I were a cop and you were all black, I would shoot you." Now, we asked the superintendent what he is making all of this. Here's what he had to say.
When we found out this comment was made in relation to a book that was being read that deals with that, talks about that issue in certain parts of the country, we look and say, okay, it was just a horrible, like I said, a horrible analogy.
This is the book the teacher was reading from. The superintendent tells us while he isn't exactly sure what was going on in the classroom at the time, a student was apparently misbehaving, and the teacher tried to make an analogy of what acting out could result in the context of this book.
Personally, I believed it was an absolute horrible stereotype of law enforcement.
Several parents spoke to administrative staff, voicing their concerns over what was said.
Teacher was disciplined for the incident. The teacher was required to apologize to the classroom.
We didn't get to speak with that teacher about this, but Gus says
It was not a denial. I believe, her thing was that was taken out of context based on what was all going on in that entire class period.
But the question many parents still have is why this book was being read to the class to begin with, when it isn't part of the curriculum.
She understood, I guess, the concern that people had. That wasn't, but she explained to us that wasn't her intention.
The superintendent also told me that on Wednesday, a private investigator will come in to question all of the students, as well as ask that teacher why she was reading from that book when it wasn't even part of the curriculum. We will follow up to ask what they find from their investigation. In Partyville, I'm Jamie Perez for WISC News 3.
The school is allowing parents the chance to speak with the private investigator on Wednesday, the 28th. The teacher is still teaching at the school while the investigation continues.
Dozens of